Stop, police! I'm just kidding, but were you just about to spend way too much money on a Super Nintendo from Amazon? You ignorant little boy. So it's the holiday season. A whoop-de-doo, a hickory dock. What exactly will you put in your friend's sock? That may be a tough question to answer for some, especially if their friend just so happens to be a retro gamer. Oh no, retro video games? I don't know anything about retro video games. Where do I buy them? Fear not, my valued viewer, for I also just so happen to be into retro games, and I know where you can get them for a reasonable price, hopefully, maybe, I don't know, I make no promises. As you may or may not know, retro video game prices have been skyrocketing recently, like, oh my god, what the hell? And I'm going to put a stop to it. I've made it my mission this holiday season to make sure you guys don't overpay for retro video games, which causes this to happen. It's not good. I want to buy games for a reasonable price. So, how do you buy retro games? Where do you buy retro games? What retro games do you buy? That's the question we should probably be answering first. Now, it might be a good idea to ask your retro gamer friend slash lover slash younger brother what exactly they want for Christmas. Now, I know this may spoil the surprise for some of you surprisers out there, but honestly, it's the safest bet to just ask, hey, kid, what do you want for Christmas? What do you want? It doesn't hurt to ask. You'd be saving yourself a lot of pain and a lot of hassle if you just ask. Okay, now we know what they want. Now you just gotta figure out how you're gonna get it and where you're gonna get it. And the best place to buy retro games for a reasonable price would be yard sales or flea markets. Most people who host these events don't really know what they're selling, so they'll sell you anything for a quick buck. You'd be saving a lot of money, and then you can spend that money on like jewelry or something. I don't really know. What do people spend money on? I don't know, like life insurance or something. I don't know, Medicare. Anyway, now unfortunately, it's winter. Darn Mother Nature, ruining our fun. Yard sales, at least where I live, aren't too common around this time of year because, you know, it's snowing. And also these things are usually hit or miss, mostly miss. So you're gonna wanna go somewhere that's a little more reliable. And there's nothing more reliable than a good old brick and mortar family-owned retro video game store. I love going to these places. Usually they're pretty homey. Usually the people who work there are pretty nice and are looking to help you. And you can usually find a good deal here. I mean, not always, but sometimes you can. It's nice to talk to a human being who's also as enthusiastic about retro games as you are and would probably also be willing to help you find what you're looking for and not break the bank. You might not have even known that you had a retro video game store so close by. Like, literally just Google retro video game stores near me and you will find them. Like, they just exist. They're everywhere. It's crazy. And until they're not everywhere, if you live in like Wyoming or something, you might not find that many. If that's the case, we're gonna have to go with option C. eBay. You can buy pretty much anything on eBay, especially retro video games. And now they won't always be for a good price. You might want to snipe a few. You also want to make sure they're in good condition. You want to make sure the guy selling them has good ratings. See this guy, he doesn't have a good rating, so you probably shouldn't buy from him. If it's just a JPEG of the retro game on eBay, you probably shouldn't buy that. Make sure it's an actual like physical image that you could touch and like feel. And there's a lot you got to consider when buying retro games from eBay. But however, I do think it is the best option out of the other websites you could go to. Okay, Facebook Marketplace isn't that bad. You can go over here. But Amazon and GameStop, they suck. Do not buy retro games from Amazon or GameStop. You will overpay and probably not get what you want. GameStop likes to put their discs in envelopes instead of cases, and that gets a lot of retro gamers a little peeved off. They don't really like that. And Amazon just overcharges for everything. Like, Jesus Christ, Jeff Bezos, how much more money do you possibly need? He wants $200 for a Super Nintendo. I can't deal with that. It's $200. That's way too much. Just don't buy retro games from these sites. You will overpay. It's bad. It's not good. Just stay off Amazon. Do not, you can buy literally anything else from Amazon, just don't buy retro games from Amazon, okay? Please. Now, if online shopping seems a little too intimidating for you, and you don't have a retro video game store nearby, and it's like a blizzarding out, so there's no yard sales, you might not want to buy your retro gamer friend a retro game. But that doesn't mean that there aren't other retro video game themed products that you could buy your retro gamer friend instead. Like mini consoles. These things have retro games like stored inside of them. You can like play them forever. They're like little emulation boxes, but they don't make retro video gamers feel as bad. I mean, you could just buy them a Raspberry Pi. That would like save you a lot of money. You could also buy them some retro video game merchandise, like the t-shirts, mugs, coasters, plushies, lots of things. I'm sure they will be happy with any of these products. You're appealing to their interests, and it shows that you care. But at the end of the day, it's really the thought that matters. And honestly, I think if you're not into retro games and you put the effort into trying to understand what your retro gamer freak of a friend is into, that shows you care. And I think that's really special, really wholesome, sweet moral to this holiday video I'm throwing together last minute. Just remember, when in doubt, just buy them a Raspberry Pi.